Well, hello there, and this is Auntie, and I am here to do my review of 90 Day Fiance Before the 90 Days, Season 5, Episode 18, Tell All Part 2. Let's get into it.
Everybody needs a sweet old auntie. Everybody needs
with a whoop whoop and a boop boop.
aunties and everybody needs.
You can make this up. Now, you know that these are some crazy motherfuckers.
Everybody needs a sweet old auntie.
So why even bother?
Aunties and lives, sweet old auntie. Aunties and ways. Are you okay? Are you okay?
Well, welcome back, everybody, and this is Auntie. If this is your first time being here, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And to all of my new subscribers, thank you all so much for joining the family. And to all of my nieces, nephews, and my members who have been here with me for the long haul, thank you all so much for your continued support. If I had to rate the tell all that you all will probably be seeing later on today, I will rate this tell all a C. And I almost don't want to rate it that. And that's just keeping it a buck, okay? There were a lot of interesting things that happened, but I thought that it should have ended with more than a climax than it did. Let me know down in the comments section what you would rate this tell all. Yeah, it was all right, y'all. I mean, it was all right. I want to highlight some of my members before I go on. Hey there, members. Hello there, everybody. Yes, these are the people that make it do what it do. Thank you so much, Jessica White, the dancing outlaw, for the $5 super chat. You look beautiful as always. Thank you, Jessica. That's my boo. Right there. So yeah, mm, I don't think so, Monique, but okay. I think that she actually got sick. She was very drab throughout the whole thing. Um, of course, there was probably breaks that went on. But I don't think that there was going to be any heat on her. And I say that because I really believe that she's a fan favorite and she is a cast favorite. It seems like everybody liked Memphis. And they were kind of a little starstruck when she came through there. But anyway, let me do my review. Let me do what I do. Okay, let me do what I do. So this tell all started where it ended last until all part one, with Kimberly running out of the studio and going out on the street. And never, that's probably what I should have gave it, was a D, but I was trying to be generous and give it a C. But Kimberly goes out on the street and she's upset about the fact that Usman contacted um Zara, and she was blindsided, she was embarrassed by it, and all that kind of stuff, right? And so her son comes out, he says, "Mom, you're doing great, don't mess up your makeup, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera." And so, as a result of that, she ended up coming back in, and Sean asked, Jamal, how did he feel about that? And he told Usman that was real fucked up. But while she was leaving out, he was indicating that, he's not a cheater, that he did not cheat on her, and that he really does love her, and that he's not talking to Zara anymore. And I believe he's not talking to Zara anymore because Zara's not talking to him anymore. See, he had no control over this relationship with Zara, right? It was Zara who was the one more so in the driver's seat than Usman was. So Kimberly, it's like, we're gonna have a conversation behind the back, you know what I'm saying? She's talking, doesn't really want to put the man out there. In some ways that's honorable that she's going to cover this man like that, but in other ways it's like, okay, we had to tell all, this is where you tell all. And so I was a little disappointed with how that ended and everything. I think it was more Kimberly's job to be in everybody else's business, as opposed to talking about her own, because I don't believe that he loves her. Now, there is a tweet that was put out there by Usman that has now been deleted, where he indicated that the staff, okay, production, asked him to do that little sound bite. Now, I have heard from many cast members who have indicated that they will ask them to do these different sound bites. So when he called Zara, it was not after Kimberly left. The part that he filmed saying that he called after he left, he said that he went back and forth with production for 2 hours trying to um refuse to do that soundbite. And I'm telling you right now, I know a lot of people are doubting it, but it is so real. I have text messages to prove that cast members are often asked to do little sound bites, the little green screen, the confessions, if you will, to in order to spice up the content. And Usman is indicating that as well. He has since taken it down. I'm sure they probably told him take that down. But I think I have a screenshot of it where, hold on, let me see if I can get that screenshot. A screenshot of him actually putting the post out there. Let me make sure that I get it, okay? Um, let's see. Yes, I have a screenshot of it. And so what he says is, and I'm gonna wrap this up real quick, okay? What he says is, in season 4 of Before the 90 Days, everyone watch me and know how truly I'm back with at It's Kimberly 90 in season 5. We go up and down, but we always fix our problems. Yes, due to the age gap, I was hesitating then, and I don't think I do anything wrong to care for myself before repeating my past mistakes. But at the end, we make things work between she and I, only for me to see and hear that I called Zara after Kimberly left. That was not true. The call with Zara was 5 days out of 21 days after I arrived in Zanzibar, and I never wanted to do it. It took me 2 hours to be convinced. 2 hours, he says, it took him to be convinced. Despite the argument before making the call, I blame myself for doing it. But why telling the world that I made the call after Kimberly left? Question mark, question mark, question mark. That was never fair. Look at Kimberly during the shoot in Zanzibar and the recording on the tell all, and you will see the difference. I make her that glowing. I have been good to that woman, and she will testify to that. To those thinking Kimberly's fiance, Kimberly finance my life. Believe me, I make more money than my woman Kim. And it goes on and on and on, right? So thank you so much, Natalie, for the $5 super chat. Hey, auntie and cousins, I'm glad I finally caught alive. You look radiant. You are the best. Thank you so much, Natalie. I'm glad you made it too. Everybody give Natalie a shout out for being here for the first time. Okay. Thank you so much, Brianna in Qwerty Land. For the $5 super chat. Love you, aunties and cousins. I thought part 2 was a B minus. Part 1 was an F. Okay. Thank you so much, Boo, for that super chat. So Usman is indicating, that, it wasn't what it appeared to be to people. And so, again, I can say that I have seen information from cast members who have had to do things like this in the past. And so I don't doubt it whatsoever. He indicates that if you take one part of it and put it up against another part, you will be able to see the difference. And I don't have time to be doing all of that. But if you all want to investigate it, this is what he is indicating. But at the end of the day, as I said, Kimberly did not want to continue the conversation about it. She wanted to, move on to another cast member. The next cast member that I want to talk about is Geno and Jasmine. So Sean goes into this conversation again with Geno in reference to these cotton freaking messages and pictures that he sent. Now, Geno indicated that when he started messing with Jasmine, that his old girlfriend was basically like harassing him, right? Because she had moved on with a new man. And so because, he wanted to get revenge on her, he decided that he was going to send these pictures and say, aha, nah, 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 I got a girlfriend too. He says that he took, and went to his cell phone and he clicked 3 pictures. He said that these 3 pictures he sent to her accidentally. Well, how do you accidentally seek to get revenge on somebody? Geno gonna have to explain that to me because I've never heard of that in my life. But Jasmine quickly told him that is not what happened at all. What happened was you sent a text, a Facebook message, and then you wrote text. And then you sent another text message of a picture, and then you wrote text. And then you sent another one, and then you wrote text, which means that you did not accidentally send 3 pictures at one time. Geno swears that this is what he has done. And Jasmine is like, no, this isn't what you did. You were seeking to get revenge and you put my pictures out there. Now, he has been asserting the whole entire time that that these were not nudies, okay? But they were. He says that, he wants to admit now that it was partial. But the whole thing in a nutshell is that Jasmine is still with him. And so at this point, it's irrelevant to even talk about it. That's just my opinion about it. I think it's just totally bull. And I think it's stuff to keep this story going on. Like nobody really cares. I mean, they beat this into the ground. I am so glad that this is the final episode for this show. I am so ready for next Sunday when we're going to have new cast members and warmer weather, bitch. Okay. But one thing that I can say about Jasmine is that Jasmine, to me, was the MVP of this cotton freaking tell all. Jasmine ran this joint. She asked all the right questions to the different cast members. She was, talking to Ximena. I mean, like Jasmine ran this camp. I mean, Sean kind of, stepped back and everything, and took a back seat to a lot of stuff that was going on. And I just was like, why? You're the host. You should be asking these questions. But I think that she is so used to reading off cue cards and being obedient and doing what they say that she doesn't have the ability, in my opinion, she doesn't have the ability to go off script. She stays on script because she's a professional and this is what she does, and she's not going to cross the line. But what I did like was that Jasmine went off script the whole entire time. She was asking the cast members different questions and stuff, and she was asking probing questions and the questions that we would have wanted to be asked. And so I say kudos to Jasmine. She was absolutely the MVP of this cotton freaking tell all. I'm trying to tell you that she was. Anyway, the next person that I want to talk about is Memphis. Memphis and Hamza are together, and I'm going to tell you right now, they absolutely appeared to be happy. Memphis had a couple of comments that she made, to different cast members, specifically Cotton Freaking Ella. And she got sick. Okay. She walked off the set. She said that she was having a headache. And for those of you all who suffer from migraines, you know that migraine and lights do not can mix. Period. They don't mix. And so Memphis sat there as long as she could. There was one of the parts where they were in the green room and you could see Memphis patting her feet like really, really fast like that, which to me shows stress in her body. And so eventually Memphis had to walk off set because of her headaches. And she said the lights weren't helping her. She later came back and dismissed herself and said she needed to go because she got extremely nauseous and was vomiting. And if you have ever suffered a migraine, you want to be in the dark, curled up in a fetal position. And the last thing that you want is to be up under lights with a whole bunch of people arguing and all that kind of stuff. This could be because she had to travel there. You don't know what it was, but her and Hamza was there. They did not take advantage of the situation. They waited until later on to ask her because I guess there was other things that they thought that was more important. So they missed the opportunity to interview Memphis and Hamza. However, they did get an opportunity to talk to Hamza about the baby. And he indicated that, he is happy being a father. He has a lot of responsibility. Sean asked him, was he here for the birth? He said no. He indicated that he came a month and a half, like 6 weeks after the baby was born. They did not reveal the sex of the baby. But he seems to be adapting to living here in America. And actually, I'm really, really happy for Hamza and Memphis. Believe it or not, I I they really seem like they got it going on with one another. Now I know that there's been different things that have been going on, on Instagram and different social media sites. You don't know what the hell to believe, right? Because you're hearing information from here, there, sources next to, sources close to. You don't know what to believe. But if I am to believe anything based on what it is that I saw, it looks like the two of them are really, really happy and that they have a very good relationship with one another. So kudos to the two of them. I hope they live a long life. It's important that children have two parents in a home. I don't know about Memphis' other kids now, but I know, for him taking care of his own child, I think, is a win-win for the child. Okay. It's a win-win for the child. Thank you so much, Taylor, for the $10 super chat. You don't have a picture on there, but where your picture at? Thank you so much, Taylor. So, it's a win-win. The next person that I want to talk about is Ben and Mahogany. I found this to be very, very interesting. Some came out that I'm sure that Ben wasn't ready to come out. And as a result of it, he believes that not Memphis, Mahogany is done with him. So they go into, the playing back all of the footage. about him going over to, meet her and all that kind of stuff, right, in Peru. And so basically, Mahogany indicates that she had already told this mofo not to bring his ass over there. But he was insistent, okay, on coming over there to find her. So his mission was to make her come out, make her film with him. And so he indicates, Sean was like, well, when did you call? And he was like, I texted her, I called her. It took her a day and a half. And then when I got there, it took her 2 days to respond back and all this old bull crap. And so Mahogany was like, basically, I had already told him that I wasn't interested in him. And, of course, I'm sure she had pressure from not only him, but production. I have had stories come back from people who have film with them. And I'm talking about people who are not primary cast members, where production is very, in their opinion, allegedly, production is very pushy about filming. So Ben pushed it on Mahogany. Now, they went into a conversation about her age and why she lied about her age. And Sean was like, why would you lie about 1 year of your age? She said, well, here's the thing. When I met this mofo online, I was only 21 years old. And I was not trying to mess and give my information to no old man. Now, now the cast was like, the hell? Okay, but she didn't want to give her information out to this old man that she was, meeting online. I'm sorry, baby. Let me acknowledge you. Thank you so much, Kelly Mac, for the $5 super sticker. Thank you, boo. Thank you. Welcome. Thank you, boo. So she was like, I wasn't going to give out all my personal information, my name, my age, my social security number, and all that. She just was, she was like, I was just meeting this man. Plus, she had already indicated to the mofo that she did not like him like that. And I think that, him pushing and all this kind of stuff, and like Jasmine said, you going out there chasing this girl down the way that you did gave off perv. It came off pervish, okay? He sat there and looked stupid, but actually it did. Now they bring out his girlfriend Jessica. Jessica is the one that allegedly was supposed to have been talking to Geno. Oh no, 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 no. So Jessica, was the one that was supposed to be talking to Geno. And she comes out there guns blazing. This grown ass woman is calling herself coming after Mahogany. I'm going to tell you right now, I was feeling some kind of way about it. I was like, you need to pipe down. Like, seriously, you do not need to be up on this girl like this. She comes out. I just want to know, do you love him? Bitch, that's none of your business. Didn't you tell Geno that your husband was Sicilian and that your husband was Sicilian? Mind your business. You don't have nothing to do with this. At the end, she ended up getting her ass smashed, but you didn't have anything to do with it. And for you to come off like that, this girl's 22. You sitting there looking every bit of 65 years old, and you attacking this young lady. The only thing that you're getting is what Ben is telling you. You don't know the full facts about what the hell's going on in that damn relationship. Stuff like that makes me want to kirk out on a mofo because you don't know what you're talking about. Sit your ass back. Everything she said out of her mouth, Mahogany jacked it. With your little cheap gold dress on. looking like a piece of aluminum foil. Bitch, shut up. I was so irritated with her, and so was Jasmine. Jasmine told her you is cheap and is up as cotton freaking mahogany filters. She gonna talk about well, Mahogany, you wouldn't Skype with him, you would not FaceTime with him, but yeah, you got pictures out on social media where you got a bikini on and all this kind of stuff. She's 22. That's what 22-year-olds do on Facebook. They do it on Instagram. They do it on Snapchat. They do it on TikTok, bitch. What the hell do you mean? You don't come out there and attack this young lady like that. And the way she want to live her life, let her live her life. Ben still was running after her. He sat there and said that the reason why he did not do it is because he respected the fact that she wasn't comfortable with it. Thank you so much, Never Lester, for the $10 super chat. Most of these couples left loose ends untied. Absolutely, they did. Thank you, Boo. Thank you so much, Kelly Mack, for the $5 super chat. 90-day Karen. Absolutely, she was. Thank you so much, Boo. Absolutely, she was. You sitting up there in everybody's goddamn business. Sit the And she's a young girl. She can post whatever she wants to post on her social media account. She don't have to give an account to you. She got to give an account to Ben. The fuck? Mahogany was like, I didn't feel comfortable doing it with him, and the relationship wasn't like that. So she was like, well, why would you ask him for $1,000? Why wouldn't you go to your parents and ask your parents to for $1,000? So Sean was like, so Ben, you sent her $1,000. He was like, yeah. Mahogany was like, wait a minute, hold on, pump the brakes. What I did was I asked you for a loan for $1,000. When I tried to give it back to you, you refused it. He admitted that that is exactly what happened. And he said that just having a conversation with her, he was willing to pay for it. These men will absolutely pay to lay. Oh, yes, they will. They have proven that American men will pay to lay with a woman from another country. Where you got all these American women over here, they're going to do it because they want to do it internationally. So what does that mean to me? That all the women that's around you sees you as an unwanted. You're the job they don't want. You're the mofo that they see in the community and they be like, nah, let me go hit on across the street. That's crazy on the other side. Because I can't see it any other kind of way where you have exhausted your resources or the pool of women around you. Something is, now we know definitely for Mike. We know Mike he ain't even got a kiddie pool's worth of women that want to date him. But something to me, and I'm not saying, let me clear this up because I know how people can get. I am not saying that everybody who dates internationally or date people abroad, is something wrong with them. To each his own. I'm saying these mofos that are on this stage, because who in their right mind goes to Peru not once but twice? Now it came out that when he got back home, when Ben got back home, he continued to pursue Mahogany. Mahogany said, okay, well, you could come on back out here. So he went back to Peru. They had a couple of days where they were together. He had promised Mahogany that they would get to know each other without cameras. But bitch, he had cameras at every site. Everything. He filmed the whole second trip. Just like he was doing 90-Day Fiancé again. And Mahogany was like, that turned me off. And I could not be, I can't fuck with him. And Jessica's going to get on there and try to embarrass the girl and tell her that why did you ask your parents for the $1,000, bitch? Because she had a man and she asked her man. She ain't do nothing wrong. If that's Mahogany man, what did Mahogany do wrong? Hell, her men are getting all kinds of appliances, furniture, rent paid, feeding her mama, her sons, her sister, her daddy, her cousins. What did she do wrong if she asked her man? That's between her and her man. And so Jasmine was like, bitch, you is jealous. You up in everybody's business. But then the thing about it was Mahogany busted out and was like, Ben been talking about Jessica like a damn dog. He said that Jessica's around for the daggone drama. He said she into the drama. She stirs the pot. Thank you so much, sweet, merciful Jay, for the $4.99 super chat. Jessica is fame thirsty too. Yes, she came for the girls, Jasmine and Mahogany. Sometimes it's needed, but she is not a girl's girl. She is a friend to none. Absolutely, because he was sitting up there talking. It came out, y'all, that he was sitting up there talking about Jessica to Mahogany like a dog. Like a dog. And told Mahogany that she's just for the drama. She's for the streets. But she's sitting her tail up there and gonna try to come. They ended up jumping her verbally to the point where she came after Ben and was like, Ben, you're nothing. You're trash. You're this, you're that. Okay? She ended up coming after him because she realized that he was talking about her like a dog. Plus, he went back and told the Cotton freaking Studio, the producers, that Geno was talking to her, and she was saying that Geno reached out to her first. Geno said it was the opposite, and so we don't know what the truth is, because Geno be tweeting and deleting, bitch. Geno be taking everything down. He erases the evidence. It didn't seem like she had the evidence either. So at the end, she ended up turning on Ben. But her original job was to come out there and make Mahogany, a 22-year-old girl, look bad. What was your life before you married your husband? And why the fuck are you all up into Ben's? And Ben told her, you know, you a good friend and all of that, but you a busybody in other people's matters and affairs. Ben told her, you messy. And then, of course, her and Ben had a problem. But you was messy. Because what she did with Ben ain't been honest, bitch. And Kimberly told him, you sitting back there talking to everybody about their damn relationship like you a pastor. And your relationship is the one that's most jacked up. Now, in between, they took a little break. And Ben sits his tail back there and says, as a pastor, I'm going to go ahead on and give them pastoral guidance. He goes to Geno and tells Geno, before you get married to her and bring her to the United States of America, you need to get therapy. Geno said, that was my past. That was my past. No, Geno, I'm afraid it's your past, your present, and your future. Because Jasmine is not going to let you forget it. And you haven't really taken responsibility for none of it you did. So it's going to continue to come up. Then he goes to Kimberly. He wants to preach to Kimberly about Usman. He wants to give Mike advice about Ximena. He wants to give Ella, under my umbrella, advice. So he back there holding a cotton freaking revival. But his relationship with Mahogany was faker than a month. And you want to sit there and advise people Ben, if you don't sit your DUI having locked up felonious ass down, you can't even, you couldn't even show up to court. But you gonna sit here and try to hold court? Bitch, you could never. You could never. You got this girl sitting up there looking like a. So Mahogany is done with Ben. She did not like the fact that he did what he did when he did what he did it. She did not like that. And she definitely did not like to be getting attacked by a 65-year-old woman by the name of Jessica in a gold aluminum foil looking dress. She looked like foil. You know that foil that you put on little stuff and try to make it? That's what she had on. With a fake ass Uchi belt. Sit down. Sit down. We don't need your commentary. The next person that was up on the Cotton Freaking stage was Cotton Freaking Stank. Oh, Auntie. Auntie was Ella. Ella is for the community. She's for all the ranches, in my opinion. Ella is talking about her love language is touch. Ella is sitting out there crying because she's a cheater. And she cheated on Johnny because he took too long to come to the United States. Memphis said, why the fuck would you have a relationship with somebody long distance? Why? She said, are you the type of person need to be coddled? Are you not a grown ass woman? I said, there you go, Memphis. There you go, man. Okay. Because you're not handling yourself like a grown woman. You're handling yourself like a little child. And sitting up there having a conversation, use your words. You do not have to sit there and cry through this whole fucking segment. Use your words. Isn't that what we say to toddlers? Don't cry, calm down, and use your words. She should have been put in timeout over in a month and corner with all the crying and excuse that she was using. You're going to sit there and say that you had a birthday party. All of your friends bailed out. So you called a mofo off of a dating app because for white women who want to date Asian men. You have this mofo fly all the way through the friendly skies to come and stay at your house for your birthday because I wanted to have a good time. I wanted to enjoy myself so I. But you didn't tell Johnny that the mother stayed all night. And the thing about it is, if in it, okay, it wasn't your intention to have sex because she claims that she did not do anything with him. He would have stayed at a hotel. But no, he stayed at the ranch. And he stayed all night. And she sits there and says, they didn't do nothing. Because Sean asked her, is it any, after you cheated on Johnny with this particular, the last guy, did you do it again? She told him, no. Until she said, well, what happened on your birthday? You had a whole different man at your house. And Johnny is sitting there because he wants to come to America and he wants to be there with her. He pacifying the boy. It's okay. You're okay. I still want to be with her. Kimberly, like, you hurt me. I'm hurt by it. Everybody was hurt by the fact that she did this. And the only thing that she could do was sit there, not collect a vowel or verb to complete a sentence and give us an explanation on why she did what she did. She sat there and cried the whole damn time. I said, bitch, I can't. I can't and I won't. If I had been on that stage, I would have ignored her the whole time. Because if I had said something, they would have had to shut down and go immediately to a commercial break. I'd have been worse than Angela Dean. Because you're for the streets. Use a straight hoe for the streets, in my opinion. And like Jasmine said, you wasn't ready for the relationship. Jasmine and Memphis said, you wasn't ready. This is not the relationship for you. And Kim was like, I don't respect you. I don't have no respect for you. Poor Johnny needs to keep the hell away from this broken ass umbrella. Ella. Okay, Kelly Mac. She's for the streets. Okay. What'd you say? Thought of his prime. Okay. She's for the community. She's no self-control. And that's why, unfortunately, she's as fat as she is. She eats her loneliness and her self-esteem. Get it together, Pooh. Get it together. But she's like, I got my man. Because Johnny has a goal. And as soon as he hook his mom and his daddy up, he is going to be here. Now, allegedly, he was supposed to come in February of March. We haven't seen anything. If he's come, they've kept that hush hush. We haven't seen it. But everybody was in her ass, and then she had the nerve to try to get in somebody else's ass. Let me tell you something, Jasmine. Don't open your mouth. Don't leave it alone, boo. Last but not least is Ximena and Mike. This was a waste of our cotton freaking time. Mike is a waste of space, in my opinion. One thing that Ben said was that the men on this cast are weak. They just been laying down and letting these women do everything. And I was like, including you. Because it takes one to be one, to know one, to identify one, to relate to one. You weak too. Because Mahogany ran circles around your ass. Played you like a fiddle and took your $1,000. And I'm sure she took more. This mofo sits in the back and Mike sits in the back and says, I'm going to have to protect Ximena because everybody was ragging on Ximena in the green room. They was ready for Ximena to come to the stage. So he's like, I got to protect her from his own cast members. So they come out and everything. And Sean asks, hey, Ximena, how you doing, Ximena? So Ximena, Mike said, did you all together? Are you all together? She said, yeah, we're together. I ain't in love with him. I don't love him. But he know that I told him. We supposed to get together for a vacation. And hopefully, he didn't change what, he could change. And I'm going to see, I'm going to do an evaluation, a psych test on his ass and see whether or not he's still, eating boogers and farting and burping all the time. Whether or not he's still nasty and dirty and stank. But he know that. So they asked Mike, are you paying for the stuff for Ximena? He said, yeah, I'm paying for her, her rent and food. But we had already saw a text message from you, Mike, where you begged the girl to do it. You said you wanted her to be safe and secure. So she did nothing wrong. Fair exchange, no robbery. This is what you said you wanted to do. So you do what you said you was going to do. Continue to pay her rent and make sure her mama eat. Because her mama was appreciative. So Ximena is sitting out there and Jasmine was like, so Ximena, look. Okay. What's going on? Do you love the man? What's going on? Ximena was like, no, I don't love him like that. I don't want to be with him like that. She don't want to do it. So Jasmine asked her, did she love him? But she'd already answered it. Thank you so much, Kelly Mac, for the $10 super chat. Ximena is Mike's private dancer. Get that bag, Ximena. Absolutely. Kelly Mac, you was just rolling with the super. You was rolling with the super chats, okay? Oh, yes, you are now. Thank you, boo. Then they bring out the friends. Everybody ragging on Ximena. But they don't know that Mike is a creep. And they're sitting there telling Mike what he deserves. He deserves exactly what he got. It was his intention to make Ximena look bad. When he sat there in Ximena, Kimberly, hold on, Kimberly. When a woman says no, Kimberly, it's no. When she told him to get the fuck up out of her house, Kimberly, she has a right to do that. I don't give a if he paying her bills or not. Kimberly sits there and says, how can you tell him to leave your house when he paying the rent? I don't want him up in there. I don't give up. What? He's paying the rent, but he a guest in this. He don't even live here. He don't have no rights in this country. Not a one. And if he got a problem with it, he need to talk to Chase. Okay, he needs to talk to PNC. Bitch, he needs to talk to a bank in America. Because I'm going to tell you right now, when he is up in my house, I don't give a. If I tell you to roll out, roll out. It's my house. I live here. Possession is what? A 10th of the law? He don't have no rights here. And if he don't want me to bring a goon up in here, when a woman says no, Kimberly, it's no. When a woman says get out, get out. Period. And then she gonna tell me something, Ximena was telling Jasmine that he was rude. And she was like, but you was rude too. She said, yeah, hell yeah, I'm rude. Especially when I told you to get about my house. Mike thought he had a right even to the kids. And they sitting there telling me somewhere you buying her love. That's exactly what he's trying to do. And then he's not sitting there defending Ximena. He's crying too. He doesn't have the ability to string a sentence together either. And so he's going to default to being a toddler and cry through the whole thing. Get out of here with that book. Thank you so much, Mimi Tortilla, for the $9.99 super chat. Mike never defended Ximena on social media while she was being ripped apart. Now he cares. Fuck out of here, Mike. Yes, Mimi. Yes. My sentiments exactly. Yeah, you're definitely a niece. Yeah, okay. You definitely speaking auntie's language. These women want to sit there and attack this woman for accepting gifts. But you sat up there, Kimberly. You brought Usman a PS5. You brought him a MacBook Pro, and you brought him a necklace. And what other things have you given him? Does that mean that you had a right? You felt like you had a right to his whole entire body. You don't need no other body. You felt like you had just as much right to the ding dong as Mike thought he had to stay in the house and say bye to the family and the kids. You felt like you brought Usman too. So I guess it take one to know one, huh, Kimberly? You sat there and begged that man for wieners all kind of freaking night, and they're gonna try to throw your son in there like he too. Okay, I'm sure my moderators are watching that. Well, welcome. Welcome to 90 Day Fiance Auntie's Advice. Did you see my two videos that I did on you? If you're Steven, okay? You love you some auntie. Love you too, boo. I see you in the chat, Steven. Okay, you taking care of yourself. What you think about Dr. Now getting fired? Okay, because somebody else had already reached out to me from the 600-pound life crew, and they told me the Dr. Now damn near killed them. So if this is the real Stephen Asante, welcome to Auntie's Advice. Okay. Sure did have somebody reach out to me and said that they glad that he gone. They hope he get fired. How you feeling about it? Hey, Steven. You welcome, boo. Now I don't believe this no damn Stephen Asante, but okay. Mary, put my email address in the chat. Let's see if this is the real Stephen Asante. But anyway, imitation is flattery. Okay. So anyway, I'm going to be doing a video after this, Steven. If you're the real Steven, come and join me for that one. Hit me up in my email address, okay, that my moderator has provided for you, and we can bring you online. Okay? I will drop the link, and we will be more than happy to hear what you have to say about a doctor now. Okay. Okay. You come on the other one. Okay. Thank you, boo. Thank you. So, he's sitting up there. He didn't help Ximena at all. He did not defend her. And then they bring out the little couple. The little couple comes and she wants to attack her. When they introduced her, Ximena said, I hate her ass. Ximena was like, I hate her. Okay. And And so the girl gets to ask Ximena questions. And I just was like, this is a waste of time. When y'all see it tonight, y'all gonna see that it was a waste of time because it's the same questions over and over and over and over. Ximena, by default, is honest. She is not cut any corners. She is not fake. She is not lied. She's been telling the truth. Like all of that. All that. So for the girlfriend to come out there and point the fingers and say Ximena is using him for money, we have already determined that that would be a lie. The lie detector test has determined it's a damn lie. Ximena's been honest with him. She said, I don't fuck with you. You nasty and all that. So what the hell? Get up out of here. And for me, everybody attacking her without having the full facts about the matter was some bull. Straight up. Straight up. I did not like it at all. Mike gets so mad and so afraid because Ximena got up and left twice because she hate that girl. And he put the girl out, told her to get the fuck off the stage. And then he's sitting there crying, can somebody please go and get her? Somebody please get her back. Please get her back. He wants the staff. The only thing he wants from Ximena is for Ximena to learn English. They talk about, oh, Mike, you doing all this work to learn Spanish and she won't learn English. Ximena said, I learn it. She said, I was trying to learn English, but it was too daggone hard. That's all he wants from Ximena. Because Mike ain't never had no girlfriend. This is the first time that Mike ever had some ass. Ever. And so he's going to do whatever it takes to keep that ass. That's how it is. That's how it's been. And whatever he gets, because of all of his comments, his racially insensitive comments, his transphobic, what do you call it? Transphobic comments that he's made, he deserves everything he gets. But one of the poignant questions that was asked to Ximena by the girlfriend's husband was like, would you want a woman to treat your two sons the way that you treat Mike? And Ximena said, no, never. Never would she want somebody to treat her kids like that. Okay? Never. You are, boo. Hi, JJ. She says, oh my God, I caught her live. This never happens. Hi, JJ. Welcome to the chat. Turn the notification bells on, honey, so you know when I go live. Okay. Welcome, JJ. Y'all make JJ feel welcome on her first time. Hey, JJ. I love seeing that. Anyway, y'all, that is the end of my review about the Tell All Part 2, Season 5, Episode 18 of 90 Day Fiancé Before the 90 Days. Y'all look at this. Let me know down in the chat, what y'all think about this. How did this season go for you? Are you glad that this is over or not? Okay. Let me know truly how you feel. I have enjoyed this ride with you all. Thank you all so much for being here. And until next time, y'all, be safe. Be safe. And know that I love you to pieces. Bye, y'all.